Just wanted
Hang
to,
on.
so
All right, thank you guys. Yeah, that I would have shot myself because I know a lot of people are looking for a recording and stuff like that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So anyway, yeah, guys, coming back to what I was saying, a lot of people in that little Facebook group, I'm not too interactive in there because if I get too interactive, then everybody starts hitting me up about things. But a lot of people saying like, isn't it time to go public? That is the last thing we want to do right now. Okay, and what do I mean by that? If you look like at Apple and the iPhone, these people are master marketers. They start talking about their new iPhone about 6 months before it's released to create the anticipation and stuff, so forth. As an example, how many people here were excited to get in during the internal pre-launch? In other words, you're getting in very, very early. Put it just a yes or a no in the text chat, right? So the point is, that's the perception that we want to have for it until we have 5 to 10,000 members. People love the fact that they got in before everybody else. So if we go public launch tomorrow, that messaging changes from, oh, we're public. Oh, I didn't get in before we went public. Oh, I'm a little late, right? It's all positioning and all marketing, guys. So we're going to stay in an internal pre-launch phase. Now, that's not to say all the tools are there. So when we launched last week, there was no AI tool. The AI tool has now been added. My wife Eve's going to go through some of that with you guys here. We also had some issues with the inboxing on the autoresponder. That's been fixed as well. So the nice thing is all the tools that we promised for public launch are there right now. Okay. The AI is there. The downline builder is there. The lead capture system is there. The autoresponder Senshark is there. Again, we had some inbox placement issues. We changed that. We fixed that. That's all good to go. Exactly, Gregory. Fear of missing out. You want everybody to get in before the internal pre-launch because, oh my God, once we go public, the floodgates are going to open. And when the floodgates open, in reality, guys, the floodgates are opening right now or you guys wouldn't even be here. But we want the perception that the floodgates have not opened because it's all based on perspective, right? If the floodgates are open and it's 10,000 people, that sounds like a lot. But what happens if we end up with 80,000 people or 90,000 people? It's just the very beginning, right? So you always want to have a marketing message of you're getting in when the positioning is right and the timing is right. Does that make sense, everybody, guys? So we're going to be not in public launch for at least another month, but it doesn't mean that the tools aren't there. Okay. It gives everybody that perception that, man, I got in at the very, very beginning of this. Make sense, guys? Cool. Okay. Good, 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 good. I see a lot. See, awesome. Okay. Now, by the way, guys, Mike is in here as well as Eve. So I'm going to go through a very short presentation, 5 to 10 minutes. But certainly put any questions you have in the text chat, and we'll open it up at the end to answer questions for everybody. But if you can put your questions in the text chat, Mike and Eve will save those. And so let me just share my screen here. Desktop two. All right, you guys are seeing my screen. Let AI help build your downline in your email list. We start at one. Everybody seen that? Okay. Just want to make sure you seen that, Mike. Okay, perfect.
got
Okay,
it.
so awesome, guys. So the product, the opportunity, and the trend. So again, the trend is what? AI. AI is everything. AI is going to, as entrepreneurs, AI is going to save our lives. As a business, as employees, AI is going to destroy us, right? So the timing is very strong. People are starting to realize, like Amazon laid off 30,000 people. Why? They're using AI. Many companies have laid off tons and tons of people because they're starting to use AI as their main source of income, main source of cutting costs. And honestly, AI answers better than most people because it doesn't get lazy, it doesn't get tired, it doesn't get rude, all that kind of stuff. So that's the trend, okay? Is AI is everything right now. And people who are not in business for themselves are starting to realize that I better get in business for myself because my job is replaceable. Guys, in the next 5 to 7 years, with the exception of electricians and and blue collar workers, and stuff, AI is going to take over everything. So now you've got that fear of I better start a business now because if I don't start a business now, my job's going to be obsolete in 2 to 3 years. And so that's the trend, right? AI is everything right now. Just like a few years ago, like, because guys, I've been in the web hosting industry now for many, many years. When all of a sudden it went to cloud hosting, everybody wanted to be in the cloud and nobody even knew what the cloud was. Now everybody a lot of people who don't even understand all the powers of AI, they hear AI and their ears perk up. So that's why we called it AI matrix spillover, because it gets people's attention based on AI right away. And then, of course, the thought process is AI is going to help me close sales and generate spillover for me and my team. Okay, so so next question I have, put the answer in here before I share again. How did you guys end up on this webinar? There's 145 people here right now. How did you guys get here? It's a simple answer. Email. Exactly. Email. All email. 100% email, right? Except for a few, okay, you guys got it really fast, so I might as well just go here and share my screen again because you got it so fast. So coming to that question, how did you guys end up on this webinar? You ended up here because of an email. And so that's why on the back end, we put our professional autoresponder, SendShark, that's been out in the marketplace for a really, really long time. And again, our competitors will say it doesn't work or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's just the competition out there and stuff like that, trying to badmouth us. I have hundreds of competitors out there, guys. And the one thing you will never, ever, ever, ever see me say or do is bash any type of competitor publicly. It's just not who I am. My mom taught me, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So there's a lot of people I don't like in the industry, but that's okay. I'll never say a name. I'll never bash anybody. There's lots of great opportunity out there. So the point on this is I wanted people to be able to make money in the matrix itself by referring people, but I also wanted people to build an asset. And a lot of newbies and a lot of people don't realize that your greatest and biggest asset is your autoresponder. Okay. So now it's building your list, building your downline at the same time. And the way we structured it is, as you bring people in, any of your direct referrals, when they generate leads, those leads go onto your list as well. So we included the professional autoresponder and the lead capture system. Why? Once people have, let me move on to the next slide. So we chose SendShark as the core tool because we know the stats of SendShark, okay? We know this already because SendShark's been around for years. If somebody gets more than 100 leads into their autoresponder, they pay for a lifetime. Why? Because they know that's an asset that can make them money. Okay. And let's face it, guys, if there's no retention, there's no long-term income, right? You're robbing Peter to pay Paul. And a lot of people cancel their autoresponder with us if they've never used it, but once they start getting 100 leads into their autoresponder, they keep it for a lifetime, which means lifelong residual income into the matrix and so forth itself, okay? So here's the other thing, though, that's really cool. I pulled this this is a real user. I'm not going to say who it is, but what the list building does is anybody that you refer, when they start generating leads, then there's a co-reg system and it generates them leads as well. So as an example, this person generated 131 leads, but the person they referred generated him another 176 leads for free. If you did any type of advertising, guys, you're going to pay anywhere from $2 to $4 per lead on your email list. So he got 176 leads for free. It's just the very beginning. That's worth over $500. You can expect to make about $1 per subscriber on your email list every single month. So if this list is 176 people and he treats them properly and emails them often, and what do I mean by treating people properly? Send them emails about yourself. It's not just a sales pitch. Every email out, sales pitch, sales pitch, sales pitch. If he generates no like and trust with those people, he can easily expect to make $176 a month off that list. If that list goes to 1,000 people, he's going to make $1,000 a month. This is outside of what we do. Okay. Your email list is something that you own, that you operate, that nobody can take from you, and you can promote whatever you want to that email list. It doesn't have to be our products or our services. If there's another program out there and as your list builds, that's a huge, huge asset to you. So do you guys, even the newbies, I'm just going to stop the share for a second. Do you guys understand how important an email list is? And then this is more to the newbies, but your email is your livelihood. And so that's why we wanted you guys to build an income from the matrix and referring people, but we also wanted you to build your own email asset, because the larger your email asset becomes, the $30 a month becomes absolutely insignificant. Okay. We want that $30 a month to become an asset, not a liability. And what I mean by that is some people maybe will never be successful with the AI matrix spillover downline itself, but if they start building an email list, guess what? They become a raving fan customer and they use the autoresponder for a lifetime. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? Everybody? I'm sure it does, right? Just, you can just nod your heads and whatever. So that's why we chose to do it that way as well. And then let me share my screen again. Okay, so passive list building is really, really cool, guys. Okay, so again, this one person, he didn't generate those, understand that. He didn't generate those 176 leads. His downline did it for him, which is really, really awesome. So here's the other thing too, and this is where the competition says, oh, and I'm just going to call a spade a spade. Oh, GVO sucks. Oh, they don't hit the inbox. Well, this is the same dude. 132 emails sent, 136 opens on the first email out. Don't tell me we don't hit the inbox. Now, why is it 136 versus 132? That sounds impossible. Some people will open the email more than once. Okay, that's the only reason. The second email only went out this morning to 132 people. Already he's got 73 opens, 50% open rate. So anybody out there giving you rumors that, well, the autoresponder doesn't work, because I've seen that all over the place. We have very good inbox placement and so forth. So point being, great value, great product, and you're building a real strong email asset. So now I'm going to invite,